Profound presence is the most beautiful doorway to healing, connection, relationship. Profound presence is something that makes life better for you and makes life better for your pets in so many different ways. It is an incredibly beautiful thing to do. And the good news is that anyone and everyone can learn how to grow and maintain profound presence in their consciousness and in their lives. It is very doable. You know, I went from a life where presence wasn't even something that I thought about, and I used to be pretty scattered and pretty ineffective and not very connected with my pets, and my relationship with my pets was nowhere near as healthy as it is now. But probably about 5 or 6 years ago, after the end of my second marriage, when I started probably the greatest part of my healing journey in terms of getting out of unhealthy relationships and loving myself enough to no longer put up with any kind of unkindness in relationship whatsoever at all. I started working with a lot of different practices, and most of them supported greater presence in one way or another. So it's pretty simple. Presence means being here, being now, being in your body, and being aware of everything that is going on around you. If we look at the meanings of the word, you know, profound is felt or experienced very powerfully, very strongly. The older meanings from the etymology of the evolution of that word mean deep, bottomless, vast, and to penetrate, reach inside, saturate, and fill. And presence is simply the awareness of what's happening within you and around you. And the older meanings include the state of being in a certain place and not some other. So we have this thing then of being here, being now, being aware of ourselves first, because we have to be aware of ourselves before we can be effectively aware of anyone else. We have to be present with ourselves before we can be truly present with our animals and truly present with another being. And then being present with the people and the circumstances and all the events that are unfolding means having awareness of what's going on. And if you're here and you're now and you have awareness of what's going on, then this opens up all sorts of possibilities. It opens up all sorts of possibilities for a much stronger, deeper, more beautiful relationship with your pets, with your animals, with your horses, and with other people, of course. It means that you become more aware of when your animals are in need of support of various kinds. If you have profound presence, if you've been working on and building and maintaining profound presence in your consciousness and in your life, you'll pick up on problems with your pets much earlier than if you're scattered and not here and not aware of everything and not the opposite of profound presence. But the other thing about profound presence that I've found is that it is a tremendously huge doorway or portal for healing, because you can't heal anything that you're not aware of, right? And another saying of mine is that awareness is the key to freedom, because you can't change anything unless you have some degree of awareness of what it is and what's going on. But when you do gain awareness, and awareness is a function of presence, I mean, you have to be aware of yourself and your surroundings and stay aware and not disappear thinking about this, that, or what happened yesterday, or what you're going to do tomorrow. The more you have that state of awareness that is in the here and now and connected to what's happening in the here and now and listening and observing and being present with your beautiful animals and what's yourself and what's evolving in this moment, then the more you can act and make good decisions and make good choices. The other thing about presence is that it's magnetically attractive. And if you ever think of being in a large group of people, there's always one or two people that have presence. Everyone gravitates around them, right? And animals do the same kind of thing with people who have presence. Animals are attracted to people with presence. They feel safer, more connected, more seen, more heard with people that have presence. So when you start working on your presence and growing and maintaining your profound presence, and you know your profound presence when it starts off is just going to be your capacity that you have at that time, and that's okay. How do you do it? Just bring awareness into your body and be here, and keep on bringing all of your awareness into your body again and again. And you know, you will lose presence. I lose presence all the time. Every time I lose presence, it's like, oh, it's an opportunity to regain presence and refocus on making my presence stronger and more resilient and more durable. But profound presence is something that is incredibly worth working at growing. And you just have to put your phone down and bring your awareness into it throughout your whole being. Do that as often and as deeply as you need to, because every time you do it, you get better at it. And you become more present, and you have more capacity to stay present when things are challenging, when there's intensity of various kinds. Because, when things are challenging, when there is some kind of medical upheaval or some kind of disaster, or you're moving house or whatever, that's when your pets need you more than any other time. And if you haven't been practicing presence when things are easy, man, your presence is going to be crap when things get hard. So I encourage you to think about profound presence and how can you build it, grow it, and maintain it in your life. Because if you do, it'll make your life better, your pet's life better, everyone's lives better, and it will make your capacity for healing and supporting your pet's well-being and your well-being a whole lot bigger. Thank you so much for listening this week. I'm Dr. Edward, the Healing Vet. If you want to work with me one-on-one, send me a message. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the chat. I'd love to hear where you're from and what you liked about it. Right now, I'm going to say goodbye for this week. I'll see you back next week. Thank you so much.